The world hangs on a thin thread, and that is the psyche of man. Nowadays we are not threatened by elementary catastrophes. There is no such thing as an H-bomb. That is all man's doing.
Yeah.
We are the great danger. The psyche is the great danger. What if something goes wrong with the psyche?
Yeah.
See? And so you see, it is demonstrated to us in our days what the power of the psyche is of man, how important it is to know something about it, but we know nothing about it. Nobody would give credit to the idea that the psychical processes of the ordinary man have any importance whatever. One thinks, oh, he has just what he has in his head. It is all from his surrounding. He's taught such a thing, believes such a thing. And particularly if he's well housed and well fed, then he has no ideas at all. That's the great mistake. Because he is just that as which he is born, and he is not born as tabula rasa, but as a reality.
Yes.
The mind, or as Jung often referred to it, the psyche, is a vast landscape of thoughts, emotions, memories, and unconscious forces that shape our very existence. But what if this psyche, this complex and often hidden part of ourselves, is not just a source of wisdom and creativity, but also a potential danger? If you have the patience to stay tuned till the end, you will get a much better understanding of your mind or psyche. Carl Jung, one of the most influential figures in modern psychology, believed that the psyche holds immense power. But with that power comes risk. To truly understand the dangers lurking within our own minds, we must first explore what Jung meant by the psyche, how it operates, and why it can become a threat if left unchecked. To grasp the concept of the psyche as a potential danger, we first need to understand what Carl Jung meant by the term psyche. In Jungian psychology, the psyche is not just the conscious mind, the part of us that thinks, plans, and perceives the world around us. It also encompasses the unconscious mind, a vast reservoir of thoughts, memories, and desires that we are not consciously aware of. Jung divided the psyche into three main components: the ego, the personal unconscious, and the collective unconscious. The ego is the center of our conscious identity. It's how we see ourselves and how we interact with the world. The personal unconscious contains memories, feelings, and experiences that have been repressed or forgotten, but which still influence our behavior. And then there's the collective unconscious, a deeper layer that Jung believed we all share, filled with archetypes and universal symbols that transcend individual experience. These archetypes are primal images and ideas that shape our perceptions and actions. They can be sources of great insight, but they can also be dangerous if not understood. For example, the shadow archetype represents the darker, hidden aspects of ourselves, the parts we deny or reject. If we ignore our shadow, it can manifest in destructive ways, leading to self-sabotage, psychological distress, or even harm to others. So, why did Jung see the psyche as potentially dangerous? The answer lies in the balance or imbalance between these different aspects of the psyche. Jung often warned that the unconscious mind, if not properly integrated with the conscious mind, could become a powerful and unpredictable force. Imagine the psyche as a vast ocean, with the conscious mind as a small boat navigating its surface. Beneath the surface lies the unconscious, deep, mysterious, and often turbulent. If we don't pay attention to what's happening beneath, we risk being overwhelmed by the unconscious forces we can't see. One of the most significant dangers of the unconscious is what Jung called inflation. This occurs when the ego becomes over-identified with certain unconscious contents, leading to a distorted sense of self. For example, someone might identify too strongly with an archetype like the hero, seeing themselves as a savior or messiah figure. This inflated ego can lead to grandiosity, arrogance, and a disconnect from reality. But inflation isn't the only risk. There's also the danger of repression. When we push unwanted thoughts, feelings, or memories into the unconscious, repression can lead to psychological symptoms like anxiety, depression, or compulsive behavior. The more we repress, the more these unconscious contents can build up pressure, eventually erupting in ways that are harmful to ourselves and others. He believed that the unconscious isn't just a passive container for repressed material, it's active, constantly influencing our thoughts, feelings, and actions. If we don't acknowledge and integrate these unconscious forces, they can manifest in destructive ways, both in our personal lives and in society at large. Perhaps the most well-known of Jung's concepts is the shadow, the darker side of our personality. The shadow represents all the traits and desires that we reject or deny in ourselves. It's the part of us that we don't want to acknowledge, the anger, jealousy, greed, and other negative emotions that we hide from the world and even from ourselves. The danger of the shadow lies in its potential to take control of our actions without our conscious awareness. Jung believed that when we deny our shadow, it doesn't go away. It lurks in the unconscious, influencing our behavior in subtle and often harmful ways. For example, someone who represses their anger might find themselves lashing out at others in unexpected situations, or projecting their anger onto others, seeing them as hostile or aggressive. The shadow can also manifest in what Jung called projection, where we attribute our own unwanted traits or feelings to others. This can lead to conflict, prejudice, and even violence, as we see in others what we refuse to see in ourselves. In extreme cases, the shadow can take over entirely, leading to destructive behavior or even madness. But the shadow isn't just a source of danger, it's also a source of potential growth. Jung believed that by facing and integrating our shadow, we could become more whole, more authentic, and more in control of our lives. This process, which Jung called individuation, involves bringing the unconscious into consciousness, acknowledging and accepting all parts of ourselves, even the ones we don't like. Beyond the personal unconscious, Jung introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of knowledge, symbols, and archetypes that all humans inherit. While this collective unconscious can be a source of deep wisdom, it also holds the potential for mass psychosis, where entire societies become gripped by irrational beliefs or destructive behaviors. Jung observed that when individuals fail to integrate their unconscious, they become susceptible to mass movements and ideologies. This is particularly dangerous in times of social upheaval, where fear, uncertainty, and unresolved collective trauma can lead to the rise of totalitarian regimes, widespread violence, or other forms of collective madness. Jung's studies of Nazi Germany and other totalitarian states led him to conclude that when the collective shadow is projected onto an external enemy, real or imagined, it can lead to catastrophic consequences. In such cases, individuals lose their sense of personal responsibility, becoming mere instruments of a collective will that seeks to destroy rather than create. The collective unconscious is powerful, and when it is not acknowledged or understood, it can lead to the kind of mass hysteria or collective psychosis that Jung feared. This is why Jung believed that individuation, becoming conscious of our own unconscious contents, and integrating them was not just a personal task, but a societal imperative. So, how do we protect ourselves from the dangers of the psyche? For Jung, the answer lies in the process of individuation. Individuation is the journey of becoming who we truly are by integrating the different parts of our psyche, both the conscious and the unconscious. It's a lifelong process that requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to confront the darker aspects of ourselves. The first step in individuation is to become aware of the unconscious. This can be done through various methods such as dream analysis, active imagination, and self-reflection. Dreams, in particular, are a powerful tool in Jungian psychology, as they often reveal hidden aspects of the psyche in symbolic form. But awareness is only the beginning. Jung emphasized the importance of integrating these unconscious contents into our conscious life. This means not only recognizing our shadow and other unconscious elements, but also accepting them as part of who we are. By doing so, we can prevent those unconscious forces from taking control of our lives. Individuation also involves finding a balance between the different parts of the psyche. This includes balancing the ego with the unconscious, the masculine with the feminine, or what Jung called the animus and anima, and the individual self with the collective unconscious. When these elements are in harmony, we are better equipped to navigate the complexities of life and avoid the dangers that arise from an unbalanced psyche. Jung believed that individuation leads to a greater sense of meaning, purpose, and connection to the larger whole. It's a path to becoming fully human, fully alive, and fully conscious. And in doing so, we not only protect ourselves from the dangers of the psyche, but also contribute to the healing and growth of society as a whole. Carl Jung's insights into the psyche are as relevant today as they were in his time. In a world filled with uncertainty, fear, and division, the dangers of the psyche, both personal and collective, are ever present. But Jung also offers us a way forward, a path to understanding and integrating the unconscious, and in doing so, turning potential danger into profound growth. The psyche is indeed powerful, and with that power comes the risk of danger. But as Jung taught us, the greatest dangers often hide the greatest opportunities. By facing the depths of our own minds, by confronting the shadows within, we can unlock the potential for true transformation. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Carl Jung's understanding of the psyche and its potential dangers. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, the journey of self-discovery is never ending. Each step brings us closer to understanding the true depths of who we are.